All right, what's going on, everybody? It's so Val in the house. We got a situation today. Well, today I got to make sure that I act like I got some sense because I got my godmother in the house. So Miss Brenda Jackson will pop me anytime. Camera rolling or nothing, she will pop me. So I got to act like I got some sense today, okay?
Yes.
Anyway, so this is what I want to say. So
Okay.
Mother Jackson.
Yes.
I want to say it's a situation. So this is the situation. The situation is now a grandparent, right?
Right.
Is with their grandchild, and the grandchild start acting up in the store. So is the grandparent supposed to wait and then tell the mother or father or whoever what the grandchild did, or is the grandmother supposed to just show out where you showed out? You know what I'm saying? So the situation is, so what you say to do?
The situation is, okay, I'm going to give you two versions to it.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give you the old school version, which I am.
Okay, all righty now.
Now I have my grandchildren right now.
Uh-oh.
And I already done fed them before we go to the store. I already
Okay.
done told them what they're going to do. Now if they get in the store and get this urge to act like you know what, then grandma going to deal with the situation right there.
Uh-oh.
Now, I know I got to be political correct.
Okay, all right.
So grandma is going to politely give them her eyes
All right.
to let them know
Uh-huh.
I'm going to get you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
As soon as grandma get you to the house,
Okay.
I'm going to deal with this situation right now.
Because it's a situation.
It's a situation.
Hey.
And I'm sick and tired of going in the stores
Okay.
and children acting like they ain't got no common sense. And they mama and daddy looking all around, and then you look at them and they look at you like
Like it's a problem.
like it's a problem.
Like it's a problem. Huh?
It is a problem.
But
you need to
but
correct it.
They feel like it's nobody else's problem.
It's everybody's problem.
Right. So, but let me take the proper introduction to introduce you. I want you to introduce yourself because I don't want to just, say it out. Because I'd be, if I was to give you all your accolades, I'd be like reading down the list all underneath the table. So let me let you introduce yourself. So introduce yourself, please, to my audience.
I am the founder of Heart2Heart Community Organization. However, we do have a DBA, which is from the heart. Community organization. And what we do there, we help grandparents that are raising the next generation.
All right.
Now, right now, I know that we have a lot of grandparents that are really, really young. And I am a true believer of the word of the Lord, where it says, let the older women and men teach the younger. And so right now, that has always been my heart desire, is to teach younger women and younger men how to be the father, how to be the grandfather. It's a lot of situations right now going on.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? You've been a teacher for a long time. So I'm going to take you guys back. Don't forget to subscribe to my page, Val Comedian. So go down there and hit that subscribe button. It's free. So just push it. Push the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post something. And you never know what the situation might be when I bring it to you. So make sure you follow along. Okay? So follow me along. Val Comedian. It's on all the media. Make sure you follow me. So I'm going to talk about our situation. Okay? So I met Miss Jackson when I was 14 years old. Okay.
Yes.
I worked at a cleaners, and we got really very, very close. And so at the time you was working at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Yes.
Okay. So when you was working at Las Vegas Hilton, I grew up. The next thing I know, I turned 21, and I started working at the Las Vegas Hilton. But then everybody thought when I got there that I was your daughter, because you always said daughter, 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 and everybody's like, oh, your daughter look just like you, and I was like, that's not, that's my godmama, because you turned to my mama.
Yes.
And then every time I would do something, act up or something at work, because I had a temper, and I would snap off in a minute. So we talking about situation when it comes to grandparents. They used to always tell your daughter this, your daughter did this, your daughter. I'm like, why y'all always telling on me? So we had those situations come up all the time. It was so funny. Nobody would say anything to me, but they would run and tell her what I did. Yes. I was like, oh my God. And then I got to hear it. Then when her and my mom got together, I felt like I was like in first grade and the principal was talking to my kindergarten teacher or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My mom was like, yeah, you keep it in line. Yeah, because what you don't do, I will do. So when I talk about, I like her organization when they're talking about grandparents and grandparents taking responsibility of raising their grandkids, because, certain situations bring it to that point. But with their organization, they help so many grandparents, because a lot of times when you're not the natural parent, you don't have enough help to really help the day-to-day things that go on with life for the children. Yes. So with their organization, they helping out the grandparents to help raise the grandkids, yes. which is a good organization to do. I remember a couple of years ago, I finally took the time to go through my closet, right? I got chewed out for that, Yes. I'm surprised she didn't bring me a prayer cloth today, you know what I'm saying?
I should have.
But anyway, I went through my closet and wow, what did I do? I got about 120 suits because, wearing suits to work every day. And then when I was on the floor and then going to church every day. So I had pantsuits and skirt suits, and I gave them to the organization so they was having one of their functions that they were giving away. And they gave them away. I mean, they gave them away. But some people was asking them, can I have 2? Can I have 3?
And they still ask them today because Valerie gave us some of the most beautiful suits. And the young ladies really mm-hmm. one lady asked me and I just had to give it to her because she really, the difference between the people that really want them and the people that really need it. And this lady, I did let her take 10 of the suits because I felt like she was well deserved of it. Wow. She was entering into her senior year, and the grandparents, they needed that help.
Oh, okay.
And so we gave it to her. So this year, hallelujah, we're getting suits and shoes. I'm putting it out there because Valerie got some bad shoes, and I mean my girls looking good.
Wait a minute, because she knows that I can't wear them 3-inch heels no more. I can't be balancing all this on some 3-inch heels. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be wearing that. But the suits that I gave up was from size 8 to size 12.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, you know what? Them 12s is getting tight. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't think I'm going to lose no weight soon. So I need to get these suits up. So I had to went on and give them up. But I have to say, even at work, at my job that I've been there 34 years now. But when I started there and then I went to Dillon, along with you,
yes.
And then people started really telling on me. But anyway, so when you were Dillon, then you started teaching. You always been a teacher. So you started teaching just blackjack at first. You was teaching blackjack.
Yep.
And so when she got ready to retire, and then guess who she said, well, I used to do it on her days off or when she didn't come. I would step in and do it.
Yep.
And then so when she got ready to retire, then they wanted me to do it all the time. So I started doing it all the time. It was, I was like, God, why'd you volunteer me for this? Ugh. So a couple of years have passed, and after her volunteering me for that, they came to me and asked me would I teach all the games,
yes.
And I was like, oh shoot, the only game I didn't know at the time was craps, and it's like we'll do whatever. So they sent me to learn craps, and so at that time, so then I taught all the games, even the poker room. I went and taught that. So. Yep. That was a great experience that you left for me. I mean, I was just so honored. People was like, oh, she left it for her daughter to do, and I was like, yeah. At first, I didn't want to do it, but it turned out to be a very good experience for me. Yes. I mean, I had to look at it when I got ready to when they eliminated the job because of business. Business had got so slow, and then I had to go back to the floor, and I hated the floor. So when I had worked the floor, I asked them, I said, can I go back to Dillon? And they was like, are you serious? Do you know how much money you be losing? And I was like, forget the money, just the happiness. I hated coming to work, babysitting, and that was the situation for me. So what I did was I went back to Dillon because I could not stand it. But I just thank you for the opportunity because I wouldn't have, went there if you wouldn't have volunteered me. That was just, I was really blessed, blessed for that, and I appreciate that.
I want to say one thing about Valerie that a lot of people don't know. Valerie, if you don't really get to know her, you'll just see her, the outward of her, and you would think that she's bossy, that she's arrogant, that she's,
I hear that.
You can't tell her anything. Mm-hmm. But that is not the truth. Mm-hmm. Valerie put her front up, but all in all, she loved people.
Hey, don't be
and
telling
she loved helping people. Yes, I'm going to tell her. She loved helping people.
I do. That gave me in trouble a lot.
And really, a lot of times, like right this, she said, it's a situation. Mm-hmm. Valerie remind me of myself because we'll take what hurt us and turn it into a joke so you won't know that we are injured.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You know what? When people really get to know me, they always, they say the same thing. They go like, my grandmother always tell me I'm too kind-hearted.
Yes.
She's like, you don't get enough of that. You try to stop being so kind-hearted. But when you can take me to another level too.
fast.
But I'm just saying, not as bad now. And I got in my 50s, I kind of chilled out some. So
can I be telling people our age? If you 50, Lord have mercy.
Remember when you just turned 50 and we were in a walk race.
Yes.
When they walk,
Yes.
It was a walk race. So we're in the walk race. And so my godfather Steve, we call him Big Steve. That was the original Action Jackson right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And years before I even started comedy, he was one of the first ones that used to start calling me Old Val all the time.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, that's it. He was the first one.
So the original Action Jackson sit up here and he was making fun of us because we were in the race, and he was like, if y'all turn around and walk backwards, it's gonna be a tie.
You say y'all are coming first place.
He's talking about our butt, but you know what? I can tell him now. People are paying for a booty like this, okay? They paying for it, okay?
That's
they paying
the truth.
For it, okay?
Now that's the situation there.
That was the situation. When I thought about, I used to, make jokes all the time. You already know that. I used to keep people laughing all the time. And I used to write the jokes, and I just was never brave enough to say the jokes and everything else. But I remember when I went to my godbrother's game, one of his games in St. Louis.
Yes.
When Steven Jackson, when he played for the Rams, okay, and I went out there for one of his games, and we were at the house. We were fixing food, right?
Yes.
Because there was day before that game, so they had lockup. They had to get locked down. They had to all go in the hotel before the game.
They had all the stays.
Right. So we made dinner. We was all around the table eating dinner, and I was like, I got a joke to tell y'all, and it's like, okay, well, you always got jokes, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this joke, and I told him the joke, and this is funny because the same joke that everybody looked at me and went, it's the same joke that I tell now on stage and get a whole bunch of laughs. But there, it was so funny because, you tell the joke that it was a little risky, and you tell it in front of your mother and your dad, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, they was like, no, you didn't say that joke. And I was like, okay, well, I might have to work on that one. So that was the funny part of it. But I have progressed since then.
Yes.
And my mother has come to several of my shows now.
Yes.
Because she comes to the clean shows. What I'm saying? So when you came to the one clean show at the Westgate where we started when it was Las Vegas Hilton.
Right.
What did you think?
I loved it.
Oh, that's
And
good.
You know what I loved about it, Valerie? What makes you so good at it? Because it is you, and the things that you tell is the truth.
Okay.
And then you can make people look at life at a different way. And so I enjoyed it, and everybody said, well, Valerie ain't clean. I said, she's going to be clean at this show.
I was, yeah. It's funny because my half-sister told me, she's like, sis, I was just waiting for you to say a cuss word. I was just waiting. I know she gonna slip. I always tease people, tell them, I say, I stopped going to church all the time so that way I can curse.
Well, we're going to get her back in the church because you know why?
Did you go with the prayer closet? I told you. I knew it.
We're going to get her back in the church because we have so many young women that need Valerie. Because Valerie is a teacher. She can teach young women that even though you may do this, but it's still a way you can carry yourself. And we as women, we need to reach back and tell our young women that I may be a comedian, but I still care about you.
But you know what, Mother Jackson, what I had to learn? One thing I had to learn is that just because you can help somebody, everybody don't want your help.
That is true.
And I'm sure you find that in your organization too.
Absolutely.
And how can people get to help out and donating stuff to your organization?
We do have an office at 3430 East Flamingo, Suite 108.
Okay.
And then you can reach me on my cell phone. I do have an office phone number, but it seems like, and I hate to say it, Cox is confused. But anyway, my cell number is 702.
You will give out your cell number like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure when they contact your business, they can get on because this going to be all over.
That's all right.
Okay, well, go ahead and get your number. Your phone already ring off the hook now.
There's already ring off the hook.
Okay,
702-278-6319. Because here at Heart2Heart, we care about you. So we want you to be able to get in contact with us.
Heart2Heart.
Yes.
Heart2Heart.
Yes.
And when it was just so different for me that you always been helping out so many people, not just your family.
No.
You always reach out and help so many people, And that when you said you wanted to start up the organization to help grandparents, I was like, oh, that's so thoughtful, because so many times people are always just trying to help the parent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the it's not extended to the grandparent that might be stepping in to raise the child. So when you thought of that, I was like, oh, that's so perfect. You know what I'm saying? That was so perfect. So it was really a joy and a pleasure to me to be a part of it in some kind of way. I'm not a grandparent. Right. But I was like, oh, hey, I can make a donation, Right. So and it was, and I appreciate that, because I was like, okay, I'm always donating stuff. I donated to Goodwill. What are they gonna do? Sell it? Yeah, they're gonna sell it. And then I know that people that really need the stuff and I'm not giving them junk. It's the stuff that I just can't fit no more. Not that I didn't want it. I had it in my closet on my hope side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had a hope side, I had a used to be side, and I got a
reality
side.
Reality.
When I was going to the doctor. I went to the doctor today. When I was going to the doctor, they're like, oh, you want to get on the scale? And I said, not really. Not really. And she's like, well, you got to weigh yourself. It is so funny because, as me making jokes about stuff, I make a lot of jokes about myself. And one of the jokes I was making about just when we go through life and we change weight, we change sizes, stuff like that. I was like, my doctor asked me, did I want to get a tummy tuck? And I said, no, they help lift up my breast. They, keep it company.
Oh, that's really good, Val. I got to use that one.
So, it's like with different things on us change, I noticed when you started losing all your weight, and I was like, okay, you're making me feel bad. You're making me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? But
I found it all back.
Oh, please. So
Yes.
what's your guys' next event that you have coming up?
Right now, we're getting ready for back to school.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right, huh?
Get back to school.
I forgot all about that.
This is one thing I want to say, and a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of grandparents, we love being the grandparent. But when the grandparent has to step into being the parent.
Yeah,
two jobs.
Parent and grandparent, yeah.
And then some of the grandparents, the ones that I really help, they are on welfare. So they're on a fixed income.
Oh, wow.
And the community forget the respect of the grandparent. And that's where my heart bleed at, is that the grandparents need not only us to come along. I don't just sit them down there and say, well, the welfare office is over here, and you can go to Social Security over here and you can help. No, I help them walk through the system. Because you got to remember, Valerie, we old school.
Right.
So y'all all in there with the computers and social media and all of this.
Right.
We used to picking up telephone. I just got on my grandson the other day by looking for a job. He said, Grandma, I am looking for a job. I said, I ain't seen you.
You ain't left the house. You ain't left the house.
Yeah, he left the house. Grandma.
That's that new stuff. That's
wait
that
a
new
minute.
stuff.
And then he want to sleep till 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No. Ain't no, that's a lazy man.
Yeah.
Ain't no man sleeping in my house till 11 o'clock in the morning. You getting up 8 o'clock. You already should be through with breakfast. Already done put in some application. You really want a job. I told him, go down there to Home Depot. I seen they said they hiring. Go, Grandma, I put the application in online. I said, well, go show your face. Maybe they'll really hire you.
But that's funny. That's funny because that is so true. Because a lot of times now, a lot of grandparents, it's not that they're not educated. They're just not up to date to today's society of how you are educated. So they need help. You know what I'm saying? They need help. And a lot of times, the help, like I said, is not extended to the grandparents. It's only extended to the parents. It's not extended to the grandparents. So now the grandparents are, they're like, well, how they fill the class? Well, I don't know it either. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
let's
it
just.
It hard.
I'm going to say something, and I don't mean to offend no one, but especially when you have the parents that are on drugs. Now, they're getting a check, but they're not going to give the check to the grandparent.
That's true.
Plus, the grandparents is not going to turn their children in because now it's a situation here.
It's a situation.
And then when we ask for help, the people that do have the money, they can help.
Right.
That's another situation because there's a lot of red tape that you have to go through because we have a lot of people that take advantage of the system. So now the people that really want to help, they make you jump through a lot of rope. And by that time, and I'm just going to give you this one testimony. I had this grandmother to call us.
Okay.
And, you know, I work with 2 other organizations. And she called in and she said, I don't need any money. My bills are paid. I don't have any extra money. But my grandson don't have any shoes.
Wow.
Said he's wearing my galoshes. Now, I asked my grandkids, do y'all know what galoshes is? They like, galoshes? What is galoshes?
I was getting ready to ask you that too.
That's back in the day when you used to wear rain boots.
Oh. Because I was getting ready to ask you, what is galoshes? What is galoshes?
Picture in your mind,
all
you
right,
sending a 7th grade, 6th grader to school in galoshes.
Oh,
and you
wow.
know how kids can be. I told that lady, I said, listen, before we hang this phone up, we will have some Nikes at your house.
Okay.
We're gonna take care of this today.
Okay.
And I'm the right, like Valerie, that's what I love about Valerie. When I call Valerie and I need something, Valerie don't say, well, I'll get back with you next week. I'll call you. Valerie follow right up. Whatever, if I need clothes, if I need some money, whatever I need, Valerie have never turned me down. And so that's what I'm asking now. Don't forget our grandparents. Grandparents, back to school is coming up. September, let's honor our grandparents. Let's thank God for them. Yes.
Okay, because you know my birthday's coming up in September.
Oh, I know it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to think about how we're going to do for that too. So I'm thinking, I'm working on too. I'm trying to talk my grandmother into doing a podcast. I know she can't come up here because of the stairs.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm thinking about doing off the site, out the studio.
Yes.
Because I know she could tell me so much about Vegas, and because she's 91 now, so
please, Valerie.
So I want to get just because she don't like to talk a lot. You already know that.
Right, I already know
she don't
that.
like to talk a lot. And then she already gave you permission to beat me too. I ain't understand that part either.
But she a volume of information.
I know.
That need to be. That's the one
because
thing.
You know what? My grandmother was the type that my grandmother didn't babysit.
Oh no.
So my grandmother did not babysit. But guess what? She only babysit like if it was an emergency, she would babysit. But other than that, she didn't babysit. But what my grandmother did do?
What?
She babysit my daughter from day one.
Hey. Now see?
Yeah, and then I was like, I need, because when you have kids, you have to. This world today is crazy. You got to really have somebody that you really trust with your kids. First of all, that's why grandparents are getting the kids so much, because you got to have somebody you trust with your kids, because people abuse people's kids. Right. So I told her, I said, because I didn't plan on having no baby. And I was like, can you watch the baby? She's like, no, you don't babysit. And I was like, well, I'm gonna bring it over here. She said, where you leave it is where it be when you get back. But see, I have heart opened up, but her heart opened up. But they was like, why did my grandmother wait to her great grandchild before she finally said she's gonna babysit? And she did. She still said that's her baby. And I said, you are absolutely right.
While we on here, I'm trying to find out, because Valerie opened the door about trust, and that's where we have a trust issue now. Because I have some grandparents that need a day off or need a night out, but I don't know where I can take my grandchildren, because I can't just recommend anybody to keep them.
Oh yeah, huh?
Because if you know that after all the time, these grandchildren have more energy, and I think the grandparent, if it's just a day to go get her hair done or go shopping for herself, or a night to just take in a movie, come see old Val or something. She deserved that, he deserved that. But now we need someone to help us to watch our children. And then,
you know what? That would be like a good. We can't say day camp, because it'd be during the night. It might be during the night too. Yes. Just to give the parents a break. You know what I'm saying? And have some facility where everybody has to bring their sleeping bag or whatever else, and then, and just have a like a
sleepover.
We might have to look into that.
We got to look into that.
Yeah, we got to look into that. We got to look into that.
Give them some free time.
Heart2Heart always trying to put me to work. You see how that is?
Yes.
I mean, Heart2Heart. I mean, if she ain't doing Heart2Heart, it's like, I remember, like I said, when I had the good job that I had, because I have a job, but it was better when I was a teacher. You transferred that to me. When I used to teach, I mean, I was making pennies less than $30 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And what did you do? Get on my case. What did she do? Get on my case. And she was like, you need a house. You are not finna sit up here and waste, but you're gonna invest. So I'm not bad mouthing people that have an apartment. No. But at the same time, do something that benefits you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And by her being a realtor, she was like, no ma'am. You finna get, I was like, I don't know, I want to. No, yes, you are, because you're not finna keep on paying on somebody else's building. I was like, okay. That's when that mama instinct kicks in and you got to do what mama say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I just told my grandson just yesterday, him and his girlfriend, they buying a house. Well, he says, well, we buying a house. I said, who name on the title? He said, well, grandma hers. I said,
it's
well,
a
let
situation.
me tell you.
It's a situation.
I'm going to tell you, your grandma's a woman. I said, and when things don't go right and she tell you hit the door, who got to go?
And you've been helping pay for it.
Yeah, and I said.
You better think, but I don't agree with two people getting a house together.
I don't either.
That's not married. You know, that's not married getting a house, because I'm sorry, I don't care what people say. You know, you can. I know it's fornication, whatever, but you can live together, but not get no property together. I am sorry.
I am not for you living together.
I knew you was gonna say that,
because if you could go down there to Mercedes or into the dealership and just say, you know what, I think I'm just gonna drive this car until I make up my mind whether I'm gonna buy it or not.
I open up a can of worms.
Call and let me know if anybody gonna let you drive it off without having some paper agreement on it.
I knew it.
I ain't for no shacking. Get married.
I didn't heard that. Believe me, I'd have heard that lecture a couple of times. So
yes.
I didn't heard the lecture about don't get divorced either, but I had to slip that one on it too.
Yeah, she slipped that one in fast.
But anyway, so you
yes.
guys, I know you guys have a lot of things. Can they find you guys on the internet too? How did they find that out too?
Oh Lord, they can't find me on the internet, but I'm gonna have to give that to old Val, and she gonna have to put it on the thing.
I'm gonna have to forward that information later. But anyway, when you do look up, because it was Heart2Heart, and it's changed to Heart2Heart.
It is on the internet. It's Heart2Heart with the two.
Okay.
Heart2Heart, women's ministry.org.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's
I'm gonna make sure I post.
I'm trying to update it up, y'all. I'm trying to get,
Yeah. I had to twist her arm to do the podcast. I was like, come on, Mom, you need to introduce, your business. You got so much going on with that. I mean, they have so much stuff going on with it, and they're helping so many people. And the thing is, it's not just one race that they're helping. They're helping anybody that reaches out, that needs the help, that's a grandparent, and they're in a situation. I remember, I'm not going to disclose, things that was passed on to me, but it was a situation with a grandparent that it was really hard because of the simple fact that everybody that brings you an issue, you cannot help. You can't help. And then some of that you help, they want part of the help. They don't want the help they really need. They just want the help that they want. So the bottom line is, you can't just come for what you want. You got to come what's best for you too, because if you just do sometimes what you want, guess what you're going to do? Return, because you need some more help.
That's it.
And then that makes people discouraged to even help you in the first place. So at the same time, we can't take advantage of the organizations that do help.
Right.
But they're there to help, but not be dependent. You can't get dependent on them. You know what I'm saying? You can't get codependent on the help. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Valerie, we have food.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We do have food. And I know one lady said, well, is y'all food expired? Because I done went to the food banks. I said, no, baby.
Wow.
No, our food is not expired.
Isn't that killing how people need help and want to complain about the help that they're getting? I don't understand.
Well, one lady came and we packed her up for her and her 2 kids. And you know what she said? She said, who going to cook this? We said, you are. She said, no, I just want some money so I can take my kids to McDonald's.
Ooh, that reminded me of this guy was on the corner. He had a sign out talking about that he need he wanted people to donate, right?
Right.
So the car beside me was getting ready to donate, but they didn't have anything. So the guy got water out, a bottle of water, and he was giving to, because you know how hot it is out here in Vegas. He was giving him a bottle of water. The man said, "No, okay, that's okay. I don't want that." And then I said, if he don't want water, he don't want money, because what he want to do is buy a drink. So I said, won't you rewrite your sign and just say, I need a drink?
Oh, well,
okay, I need a drink.
I had a $20 bill and I was going to give the man 10 of it. I said, well, I don't have no change. He said, I got change.
I know they do. They be having a pocket full. They
Said, oh,
they
okay.
stuff and move.
Yes.
Well, it's been such a pleasure to bring my godmother, Brenda Jackson, on to introduce her Heart2Heart organization, helping grandparents. Okay, so if you're in Vegas, and you know of a grandparent or neighbor or somebody you know that's in need of a little help with some kids that they're raising, please reach out to the organization, because you never know what they can do that can help. And if they can't help, they can steer them in another direction to get them some help. You know, and it might not be anything physical. And, you know, it might be something mental. You might just need somebody to talk to. You know, you might need a church to find to go to. So you know, you never know. So whatever that person is in need of, because sometimes people are overwhelmed when they're raising their grandkids, and sometimes they just need that spiritual part of it just to come into their life for that joy and that peace. Yes. So reach out to Heart2Heart organization. Tell us once again where it's located on Flamingo.
It's 3430 East Flamingo Road, Suite 108, Las Vegas, Nevada.
And that's Brenda Jackson for you, honey. Okay. Bye. And I'm on Val. So don't forget, go down and click that subscribe button. Click subscribe. It's free. Follow me. You never know what situation I might be coming up with. You never know who I might be having on the show. You never know what we might be talking about. Okay? So it's a situation with Val, and I thank you for listening, and make sure that you hit that subscribe and hit that notification button so you can notify when I'm posting something, because it's a situation. Have a nice day.